Hello everybody, glad to see you on my YouTube channel Volunteer Diary. My name is Svetoslav, I'm a volunteer from Kharkiv. I help the residents of Kharkiv to survive during this war against Russian Federation with my family. My family, my mother and father are also volunteers. Right now they are driving a car in Kharkiv and delivering necessary stuff, products, medicine, clothes and so on to people who need care in Kharkiv, who needs help in hospitals, in shelters and so on and so on. Glad to see you, welcome, and let's begin our weekly report about war in Ukraine. Situation in Ukraine is almost the same week by week. We have arrivals of Shaheds, we have arrivals of Russian missiles to cities and villages of Ukraine. Sometimes we had the tragedy news, sometimes we have just bad news, sometimes we have just news about new waves and new attacks by Russians and so on. In general, we have almost daily attacks to Zaporizhzhia region, to Dnipro region, to Kharkiv and Kharkiv region, and to Kherson and Kherson region. A lot of people suffered in these areas by Russians, because of Russian attacks. There are a lot of people died among civilians, people in Kherson and Zaporizhzhia region, in Kryvyi Rog, this is Dnipro region, yes, in the Dnipro in the same time. For this moment, it's about an hour ago, we have an attack to Kharkiv, inside Kharkiv, to industrial center of Kharkiv, in Kharkiv district. Arrived several missiles from Belgorod, this is Russian territory, Russian closest city to Kharkiv. By the way, I have visited Belgorod several times in my life, maybe 50, 60, 70 times in my life. I visited Belgorod because it's very close to Kharkiv. It's approximately 60-70 kilometers from Kharkiv, from the center of Kharkiv to Belgorod. You may just imagine, so this is very close to Kharkiv. And Russians from Belgorod and Belgorod region sent directly missiles, rockets to Kharkiv and Kharkiv region. We have, in Kharkiv, we have difficult situation in Kupiansk still, and Avdiivka, this is Donetsk region. In Kupiansk, Russian tries to attack this battleground, this area, to storm this front line, to destroy our defense system in Kupiansk and so on. The same situation in Avdiivka, I have heard from Ukrainian troops, from Ukrainian military persons, but Russians created a huge group of Russian troops with tanks, with artillery system, with aircrafts, with airplanes in Avdiivka front line, and Russians tried to storm this area, this Avdiivka, also in order to destroy our defense system and to move forward to Bakhmut and Bakhmut area, and to liberate or occupy, liberate in кавычки, I don't know, to occupy area of full Donetsk region and full Luhansk region. Then they would like to try to occupy Zaporizhzhia region and to Kherson. So by this moment we had a lot of attacks by Russian across almost all front line. But from our good news, we have received ATACMS, missiles from United States of America, which may fly up to 150 kilometers, and we already used it in Berdyansk airport, in Lugansk airport, in order to destroy Russians' aircrafts, helicopters and so on. and with the first time of usage was yesterday. So about volunteer life, unfortunately or fortunately, we are lack of money as usual. We use all donation and all our own money to help people in Kharkiv as usual. We have a lot of requests from social workers in Kharkiv in order to help old, sick, disabled people in Kharkiv and Kharkiv region. Almost all previous week we were helping these people. This week, by this moment, we are delivering help, as I told you, to people who we take care all over these months, all over this more than 1 year. By this moment on my bank card, with donation, I have approximately 10,000 of hryvnias. It's a little bit more than 200 of United States dollar. And we will have some queue right now, people who are still waiting help from us. So by the end of this week, I believe we will spend all these donations. So I kindly ask you by this moment right now to make a pause and to send some help for residents of Kharkiv. Your help, your donation, yes. You may use my PayPal account, you may use my bank card. You may see and follow me on my Instagram or Facebook to see everyday stories where my mother, where my father are helping people buy this humanitarian stuff. So you may send me donation, and this money, with each penny, dollar, cent, everything go directly to people who need care in Kharkiv and Kharkiv region. There are hospitals, there are shelters, there are kid hospices, and so on, etc., etc. So this is approximately, I believe, all news about war in Ukraine. Unfortunately, no good news except attack MS, attackams. I spell it like attack MS. But I hope that we will have some good news after using these attackams to other Ukrainian occupied territory, perhaps on Crimea, perhaps on Donetsk and Luhansk. And I believe that this will help a lot to liberate, to defend our Ukrainian territories in general. So, see you next time. Do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to make donations, and see you next week.